Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2019 mid-month general reading. So we're looking at the last half of November here, and this is for the water sign of Cancer, our lovely crabs. I am coming to you once again from my bare walls in Poland, although the next time you see me I will be back in my other home in California. I'll be posting these tonight and flying out tomorrow to return back to the States for a while. So welcome everyone here today. Welcome to any newcomers and first-timers, and welcome back to followers and subscribers. Thank you as always for all of your likes, shares, subscribe, support, feedback, and comments. They are always appreciated. Thank you. And make sure you watch your rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, if you know them, and if you can, that can provide additional clarification to what you're seeing, because general readings, as you know, are watched by many people, so they always resonate a little differently for everyone. But this video is also for those of you who may be cross-watching for Cancerians as well. If any of you are interested in reaching out for a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. Email me directly at maggie_maguire@gmail.com. That link is also provided. I do a wide variety of readings in all of the main areas of life of all different types and lengths. And in terms of timing, I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes more. It's the sum total of all I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules and mine to get readings out in as timely a fashion as possible. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. I'd be delighted to work with you. All right, let's move right into this reading. This is for Cancer for the last half of November 2019. I am using the Gilded Tarot by artist Ciro Martini, one of my favorites for general readings. I just love the richness of the colors. Okay. All right, Cancer, we begin with the Page of Wands, followed by the Five of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups, followed by the Sun. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and focus for the last half of November is the Ace of Wands. I feel like for many of you, Cancer, this may be a continuation of some of what we saw at the beginning of the month. And I don't know if it was then, but there's something that feels very similar to some of the energy in Leo's reading as well. So maybe some of you are Leo, Cancer, cusp, or have some of those elements in your natal charts. So you're off and running, exciting new beginnings. I mean, you have the Ace of Wands as your overall energy, which is exciting new beginnings. Aces represent new beginnings, the start of a new path, or the opportunity of that. And it's something you feel very excited and passionate and creative about. Wands is governed by the element of fire, and it's all about creative energy. It's all about action, forward movement, change, power, etc. Starting off on a new path fueled by fire. And it's interesting because you also have the Page of Wands, who is at the beginning of that journey as well. We have aces and then pages. Well, actually, depending on how you view a deck. But pages can be messages, messengers. They usually represent also being at the start of a path, because pages usually represent those who are learning or who have spent a lot of time learning, and now they're actually sort of at the beginning of applying those things in a practical way in the world, putting it out there in the world. The Page of Wands can represent being at the beginning of a path of something, with the slate cleaned and momentum in your favor, very excited, almost puppyish kind of energy. But underneath it, we have the Five of Cups, which is a card of loss, which is what the three cups, which are tipped over and spilled out, represent: loss of some kind, grief over something lost. Cautionary advice with the Five of Cups is not to get, I mean, there's a time to honor our losses and our griefs and perhaps decisions we make to let go of things. But don't stay focused on them too long, because there comes a time where you have to stand up and brush yourself off and move on. There are two cups behind this person, representing there are still things in his environment to be grateful and blessed for, which I feel you already know, and also opportunities which may be in your environment or coming along. The risk you run of missing them or not seeing them is because you may be focused on too much of the loss and the grief. But we also have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving disappointment and disillusionment behind in order to seek out your joy and fulfillment, because the next card after the Eight of Cups, of course, is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So this one is about, you know, you've run a course through something or most of it, and you just, it's not your joy, it's not your fulfillment. You may have started out thinking it was one thing, but it's turned out not to be, and so you've turned your back. You're surveying the horizon, which implies you may not have a very clear idea of where you're going, but you know that you're going towards your happiness and fulfillment, which is totally like that page energy. And you're going towards your joy and fulfillment. You're going towards an uplifting of energy and of stresses, clarity and illumination. The sun affects everything positively in a spread when it comes out, and it can lessen any challenging energy, which is nice because it's sitting right next to the Five of Cups. Cancer, I keep wanting to say Leo because something about this reminds me of the Leo reading. Cancer, it's very obvious that some of you have made the decision to walk away from something, someone, because even though, and obviously because there's grief here, there was an emotional attachment or love if it was a love romance situation. But it wasn't going where you wanted it to go, and you finally decided that you didn't think it was going to, and you made the decision to, you are making the decision, and you're walking away from it, even though, and you know, there's a certain amount of I'm doing the right thing, and you know, I'm excited in some ways about what lies ahead. I can't see really what lies ahead, but I feel very positive about it. I'm making a decision that even though it's difficult, it's going to lead to the sun here. Even though there is this undercurrent, you know, of grief, because what you're walking away from, it looks like you still have an attachment to. But I feel like I mean, you're on the right path. You're doing everything you need to. I feel like this is kind of a continuation of what we saw before, which I've had happen for a couple of the signs I've done, kind of a continuation of what we saw at the beginning of the month, which doesn't actually happen a lot. So it must be pretty significant for many of you. But you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. And you know, when those feelings come up, let them come up, but don't throw an anchor over there and tie yourself to it. Let them go, move through you and past you, and keep going. So Cancer, that was a remarkably short sort of reading, but that's the way it came out. Just keep on the path that you're on. It's leading you to a beautiful, beautiful place. And that is your reading for the last half of November. I hope you found it helpful and encouraging. Again, if this reading, or if any of the readings do resonate with you and you're interested in reaching out for a personal reading, live or recorded, just click on the description link below for more info, and email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December, another year gone by already, the December 2019 general readings. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you for whom that is relevant, and I hope to see you back here again quite soon. Take care. Bye-bye.